Hey folks, if you're keen on unraveling Peter Lynch's secrets and mastering the stock market game, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll share with you the 4 incredible lessons from this investment master. And here's the kicker. Forget about needing an MBA from Harvard because Lynch demystifies it all. You know why? Because he proves that anyone can be a successful investor. Still not convinced? Well, check this out. We'll uncover everything from finding stocks overlooked by Wall Street to why we should never, ever cut the flowers from our portfolio. Stay tuned until the end because this journey with Lynch is a true lesson on how to build wealth in the stock market. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss any tips. We're in this together, investors! 5. Simple lessons from Peter Lynch. So folks, let's talk about the incredible insights from the investment master, Peter Lynch. The guy has an approach that's like investing for dummies, you know? He shatters the myth that you need a Harvard degree or to be a genius in Wall Street data to get rich with stocks. His insight is simple. You just need to understand what you're doing. No complications. You know that idea that some people have a natural gift for investing? Well, Lynch dismisses that notion. He didn't come from a family of financial magnates, and many of his relatives were skeptical about the stock market. What he proves is that you don't need to be an Einstein to grasp his strategy. He says that if you can add 2 plus 2 and get close to 4, you already have the intelligence needed to make money in the stock market. Another cool thing is that he highlights an advantage we, as individual investors, have over Wall Street professionals. While they cover thousands of stocks globally, we can focus on those they are ignoring. This often involves smaller companies that can go unnoticed by large institutional investors. Can you imagine being able to compete in the same game? Lynch also gives a heads up on what to avoid. He advises steering clear of stocks that are the next big thing because they are usually overvalued. Additionally, he warns about companies that are diversifying without apparent reason and those relying too much on a few clients. It's valuable advice to avoid pitfalls and keep your money safe. And seriously, his story about not selling the winners too early is an eye-opener. He compares the idea of selling well-performing stocks to cutting flowers instead of weeds. I've fallen into that trap myself, selling Apple stocks before they took off. It's that urge to secure gains, but sometimes it's better to hold on for even greater rewards. Lynch is a master at this, and learning from him could be the key to building a financial empire, you get it? 4. No natural-born investors exist. Think about it, my friend. Lynch breaks some interesting paradigms about being a natural-born investor. You know that idea that some people are born with a gift for investing? He throws that out the window. And the craziest part is that Lynch himself didn't come from a family of financial magnates. Like his family was skeptical about the stock market due to the Great Depression. And check this out. He proves that you don't need a sky-high IQ to understand the game. The thing is, Lynch studied history, psychology, and philosophy in college. Nothing related to corporate finance or mathematics. Yet the guy became a master on Wall Street. He believes that his out-of-the-box education better prepared him to be a stock market investor. The point is, investing is more of an art than a science, you know? In other words, you can be the next investment king regardless of where you come from. You know, this is a huge motivation for those who think they need a fancy last name or to be born into a billionaire family to succeed in investments. Lynch is here to show that anyone who can add 2 plus 2 and get close to 4 can make money in the stock market. You don't need an MBA from Harvard or a family tree full of dollar signs. Just have the willingness to learn and dive into this fascinating world of finance. Isn't that an inspiring vibe? 3. Know your advantage. Dude, hold on to this! Lynch drops a true gem. Individual investors have an ace up their sleeves, an advantage that puts us ahead in this game. You know what it is? The ability to target stocks that Wall Street ignores. It's like being the hunter of hidden treasures, you get it? Lynch emphasizes that understanding this advantage is key, and focusing on smaller companies that are about to shine, but haven't hit Wall Street's radar yet. It's almost like having our own treasure map, man. The idea is not to follow the herd, you know? These institutional investors have to deal with a sea of stocks, while we can dedicate ourselves to the little gems waiting to be discovered. And my dude, believe that many times these companies are off the radar simply because they are smaller? Yeah, while the big players are hunting whales, we can go after the little fish that have the potential to grow and become sharks someday. The moral of the story is, be aware of your advantage, Map out these promising companies that are being ignored, and let's build a different strategy. Lynch shows that we can ride this wave before Wall Street even realizes it exists. It's a ninja move, bro, and those who understand it have a clearer path to wealth. So let's go hunt those hidden treasures and make Wall Street scratch their heads to understand how we make it happen. 2. Know which stocks to avoid. Bro, check out this Lynch tip. It's practically a survival guide in the world of stocks. He points out the sore spots and says, avoid at all costs 3 types of stocks that are real traps. First, those that are being sold as the next big sensation, like the next Amazon. If everyone is shouting about it, better take a step back because these stocks are usually overhyped. And there's more. He spills the truth about companies wanting to venture into new territories just for the sake of diversification. If there's no solid reason for it, it could be a bad move. Sometimes these companies are just paying more to acquire others, without even having a solid plan behind it. Lynch warns that this is like flashing a red light and advises steering clear of this mess. Oh, and it doesn't stop there. He also sheds light on companies that depend on a few clients. If these clients bail, it could be a disaster for the stocks. Just imagine if 1 or 2 big players decide to say goodbye. Things could crumble. Lynch is like an advisor telling you where not to step, and following this advice is like dodging traps on the path to long-term success. Who wouldn't want this golden tip? 1. Don't sell the winners too early. Hold on a second. I'll tell you about a Lynch insight that saved me from some rough spots. The thing is simple, but a lot of people slip up. Don't sell the winners too soon. Lynch is like the wise old uncle saying, hold on, my buddy, let things unfold. And he doesn't just say it. He proves it with his own story, one of those that make you smack your head and say, why didn't I think of that before? The guy compares selling booming stocks to cutting flowers while watering the weeds. You know what that means? Sometimes we get so focused on trying to make things grow fast that we end up pruning what's already doing well. I've fallen into that trap myself, selling Apple stocks just because they had already appreciated a lot. Think about it, cutting my flowers when I should have been dealing with the weeds. Total blunder. The moral of the story is, don't rush, don't spoil the winner's momentum. Sometimes letting things happen is the best deal. And Lynch is a master at this, showing that it's better to be patient, let the stocks grow, and reap the rewards later. He's been through it, and we can learn not to repeat the same mistakes. It's kind of a practical lesson on how to build a winning strategy in the stock market. This one is for the heart, my friend. So guys, let's recap these incredible lessons from the master Peter Lynch. From the myth that you need to be born with the gift to discovering hidden gems that Wall Street ignores, we've learned that anyone can tread the path to wealth in the stock market. So if these tips made your neurons vibrate, leave a cool like to strengthen the investor community here. And don't forget to subscribe because this journey is just beginning, and you don't want to miss the next pearls, right? Oh, and of course, leave a comment below. Which lesson did you find most impactful? We're in this together, investors!